pulled my skin earlier. I was tweezing the lash and I went and managed to tweeze my skin. So my eye is raw. Hello, so for today's video, this is going to be like almost kind of like giving makeup products a second chance or fifth, sixth chance. I'm very like indecisive. I'm like, no, I don't like it. Oh, I think I can do this. So I'm like, right, today we're just really going to put it all to the test. There is a few bits in here that aren't like, oh, I actually like these products, like these products are good, just so I can sort of make it work, because I don't want to use, like today I have a foundation that I don't really like and a concealer that I don't really like, and I don't really want to put a powder on top of it that I don't like, because then that could change the effect of it as well. So I kind of have like, you know, little bits that I like, but I'll let you know what I don't like and what I actually do like. So brows are already on because brows are very basic. I rarely change my brow routine. I sort of stick to the 4 products that I love, and then that's really it. But for eyeshadow primers today, I'm going to use the Anastasia primer. This is like a small tester. I actually do really love this, and the reason why I'm going to use this is because I'm going to explain to you about the palette. Now, do not come for me, but the Mcgrath palette. So I've done a review on this like ages ago, and the problem that I have with Mcgrath is they crease. It's almost like they separate on my eyelids. Like, it looks so oily at the end of the day, and I'm just like, if I'm dropping £100 on an eyeshadow palette, I don't want it to pull that shit. So that's why I'm using the ABH primer, because with the ABH primer it is super matte. It's probably got nothing to do with this, it's just my eyelids are super oily and it will do that. And the Anastasia primer is very matte. So it's going to hold that, because I find that I have the same issues with the Anastasia shimmers and the Jaclyn Hill, like not the OG and not the brand new one, but the little 4 collection, they do it as well. So it's nothing to do with this, it's just my eyelids are so oily. But yeah, it's such a gorgeous palette, and they are beautiful colours. Like, they are, like, I'm not even joking, they are stunning. She has like this new palette come out, it's like all these roses and stuff, it looks so good, and I was like, let's see if we can make this work today, and then we'll think about buying that. But yeah, and also I had like a few issues blending out with the mattes and stuff, so I just really want to give it a good whirl today, like I said, using the ABH primer about 50 times. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't like it. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make it work. I'm thinking something like I'm thinking like purple, like smoked tat, and then like, I don't know, like something like this I think would look really pretty, or this. I love these 2 shades together. If you like put this on the outer corner, like smoke it out, and then put this on the centre, it looks so beautiful. But like I said, oily. Well, I've said oily about 50 times now. Let's just jump into it. So I'm going to stick some tape down, because like I said, I'm going to smoke some of that purple in, like really sort of blow it out, like sort of like a winged eyeliner. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and then I'll zoom you in and we can get a good proper look. Okay, so I've kept the tape quite short because I don't want to wing it out so much. I just sort of want this nice little blown out wing, and I know if I go to the tape, I know when to sort of stop on that, and also it's just so easy to just remove the tape and it's clean cut. Obviously, if you don't want to use tape because it can tug, cardboard box, whatever, if you're a pro at it, great. So, yeah, I'm going to put down the Anastasia primer first. Like I said, literally a little tester. I got it free with the Mercier one. I'm thinking about picking up, like, not the big tube, but like the smaller one, just because it's literally 15 quid, which isn't a lot, and you don't need to use a lot of this either. Like, it's very pigmented. And I know a few people having issues with the bigger tubes like leaking everywhere and stuff, and I just don't need that. So I'm just going to take that literally on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take, this is a Katy Cosmetics brush. They're a little indie brand, and they make some of the most gorgeous brushes, pigments, everything, like so stunning. So I'm just going to take a bit of that all over the eyelid. Like I said, it literally dries so matte, it is super pigmented. Yeah, I tried like quite a few different eyeshadow bases with the palette and it just was not having it. So I'm hoping this one will do me justice. Even that was like too much eyeshadow You see like the little dollop on my hand. Like, trust me, you need so little of this. Taking it out towards the tape as well. So that's done, and you can see it just looks so matte. That's why I truly do love it. If you're an oily eyelid kind of girl, you'll love this. If not, I highly recommend the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. I love that for like cutting the crease. I'm trying to like work out with my eyeshadow primers and stuff, because my eyelids go from very oily not to very oily. It's a whole big thing. But I'm just going to highlight the brow bone. So I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to take that on a Crown Brush C510. And just take that underneath the brow bone. The shades aren't on the back of this, but I did have a little slip in the box. Oh, I do, yes. So I'll write the names down in the description so you can see what it is. But I think this is the Skin Show Divine Glow. So yeah, I'm just going to take down the brow bone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here, and I'm going to take this on top, because it's almost like it's kind of a topper. I swatched it in the back of my hand. So that bottom one was the whitest shade. And then the top one was like that greeny pink duo chrome kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger, and then I'm going to sort of, because where my eyelids sit, when I take my finger, it literally drops all the way down here, and it's just a hot mess. So I do like to take a little brush. So I will take the Spectrum A16 just to sort of really get in the corners. So like I said, just going to go in with my finger first. Every time I pick up this palette though, like I just look at the pink and the red. Oh, so beautiful. But today we're just not going to do that. So I mean, like now, it looks pretty, it's gorgeous, but at the end of the day, like I said, it literally just separates. So I'm just going to sort of buff that through the crease and stuff. So this is the Crown brush. This is a Jouer Fibre blending brush. The name worn off literally ages ago. I've had it for so long. Now I'm just going to take a bit of that white shade. I'm just going to take that on my finger, just because, like I said, it's almost like a topper, like a glittery sort of extra little step. It's really, really pretty. I feel like with Pat McGrath eyeshadows, it's such little work to really just make something so beautiful. Like when I dip into a palette, I'm like, wow, I use this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade, and this shade. But I feel like this is very like, okay, you can whack on 2 shades and be good to go. Like even just this on the eyes, it's just such a bold statement. Like it is beautiful. It is. Truly is. So I'm going to take the purple in the palette, which was this one, and I'm going to take that on a blush tribe brush. So this is like just a nice angled brush, and we're going to dip into that purple, and we're going to hope and pray this works. Products coming on the brush is so weird. There's no fallout, like none. So yeah, I'm going to sort of just draw on like this sort of like tiny wing, and then we'll sort of just buff it out. Okay, so then what I like to do is I like to buff it out with the Crown brush. This is the, it's worn off, I think it's the C431, and I just buff it so we get this nice like smoky wing. And then when we sort of got the shape that we want, we can just go ahead and add more and just really intensify it. Okay, so I feel like I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm going to sort of just add a little bit more purple, but I'm going to take it on the Crown brush C528 and just sort of really smoke it along the top. Okay, so obviously I need to just clean up some of the mess. I think it looks so beautiful at the minute. It's looking really nice, but like I said, obviously at the end of the day we'll see what it looks like. Maybe I'll do like a little check-in just so you can see what my whole face looks like. But at the minute it looks gorgeous, of course it does. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off this eye, throwing some lashes and mascara. There isn't a mascara that I really dislike. I literally have like 4 mascaras, and that's about it. I don't really rotate with mascaras. But yeah, lashes I'm not too sure of yet, but obviously I'll tell you the products that I use and stuff when I come back, and obviously I'll link it all in the bottom bar as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so mascara and lashes are on. So it was the KVD Go Big or Go Home mascara, and then the lashes are the Ardell double demi wispies. I love the double ones. I like the normal ones, but not as much as I think I love these. And they're still natural, but just a little bit extra. So for primers, I actually have two. So I have the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. So this is hydrating. I am more of a hydrating kind of gal. I prefer like serums and stuff like that. Pore ones to me, not really that bothered by it. And I tried this out in a recent video, I'll link that up in the eye, but by the end of the day I was like dewy, like it was a little bit too much. And so I don't know if it was like this mixed with like a setting spray that I use and stuff like that, because that was like a full face of like first impressions. So I wanted to sort of give this a go today. So I'm going to use that on the cheeks and chin. And then I still have this in the packaging, I've literally used this once. So this is the Farsail Skintune Blur. So it's Perfecting Primer Sash Serum. And the issue I had with this, it literally broke me out straight away. Like my skin was red and it had all these like raised lumps, especially around the chin area. And because I think it has, I don't know if it has like cucumber or something in it. It has some sort of like fruit extract, and fruit to me I don't think mixes well with my skin. But I was like, maybe if we try it on the nose and the forehead and leave the chin clear, because my skin's been sort of okay recently and I just don't want to sort of make it react badly. So yeah, we're gonna try it out again and hopefully we can get some sort of use out of it, because this puppy is like 50 quid and I just don't want to like, well obviously I'm not going to throw it away, but I'd give it to someone. But I'm going to take the Laura Mercier primer first. So I'm just going to take this much because I feel like that's enough. So on the cheeks and chin, I feel like that's enough. I feel like I am hydrated. Obviously I've done skin prep before it and stuff, so it's all good. So it does sound this that you can take it on the T-zone, and it says use with or without makeup. So obviously like you could go around and like have the whole skin blurring effect, but I just don't know if it works. So I'm just gonna literally take it on my hand. Okay, it's coming out super thick, so maybe I need to shake it. Yeah, I just feel like they're a bit gimmicky, if I'm perfectly honest. Like I'm looking at them like, yeah, I just don't look any different. Okay, no, it is thick consistency. So it's coming out looking like this. And I'm just gonna sort of just rub that into the hand and then sort of just push it on the skin. You know, I definitely feel like it's got cucumber or something in it, and it's just, I feel like fruit does not mix with my skin well. Like I used to, what did I use quite frequently? The Nip and Fab Mango Primer, and then eventually like my skin was just like, nope, you do not like this, it's reacting badly. So that is quite matte. It's not really, I wouldn't say it's that sticky. My nose is a bit dry here, so I'm going to sort of leave that bit of my nose because I don't want to add any more mattifying to it. Just going to take like a dollop more. I'm not going to be one of those girls that like drips it on their face. I usually do, but because we're taking it in Pacific I can't say that word, no, it's not happening, place, that I'm not gonna, like, I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like doing my let's get you a little bit closer so you can actually see my skin. So look, like I don't really get like really large pores. I get like a few sort of around the nose. Obviously I've got a lot of texture on my forehead as well. I'm trying to exfoliate more, like I'm exfoliating every day, and it has been getting better. But does it just look any different? I don't particularly know. I feel like it looks slightly bit blurred, but I wouldn't say like it's fantastic. But obviously I want to see how it reacts to my skin now, because like I said, I was having issues. And then for today's foundation, I've used the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. So this is the normal one, not the dewy one. So this is in soft ivory, and it's light warm, which I like in a foundation. But I just bought the Cover FX drops, like the mixing drops, and I bought it in like a really light shade, just so I can sort of mix a bit of lightness to it, because sometimes I feel like I could be too yellow, but I hate being pink and neutral. I'm chatting so much crap in this video. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out. I just didn't like it. I just don't like the way it looked on my skin or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it like this. Obviously you can take it on your hand, because it's just me. I'm just gonna take it like this. It does smell bad, by the way. I'm gonna take the Cover FX liquid foundation brush just to buff it in. See if we can if we like it with these primers. But yeah, I didn't like it. Like it looked makeup-y, you know, like it just did not look cute. It does stink really bad though. Don't worry, I know it looks a bit light. I had self tanner and it's still a little bit there, so I'm just gonna sort of blend it down to the neck and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a bit light for one, which is usually quite odd, but like I said, self tanner, it's like wearing off, it's a whole thing. Anyway, let's get you zoomed in. But I feel like it's just the way it sits. Focus. Yes, I feel like just the way it sits on my face, like if you have very dry skin, like I have dryness right here at the minute, and it's sort of clinging to it a little bit. It's not looking too cute. I mean, it feels nice and dry. Maybe the dewy one's better, but I know a lot of people rave about it, and I just don't like it. Like what do we think? Are we thinking it looks okay? Yeah, I'm not in love with it. It looks nice around the nose though, because of that skin blurring primary thing, which is nice, because usually I can get it can look almost like it sinks in, kind of, you know. But it looks like it's sitting nice there, which it could be the foundation, it could be the primer thing, I don't really know. But I mean, it looks okay around the nose. That's obviously that bit. It's like the chin area. See, my neck's like 10 shades of self tanner. Yeah, I'm just, oh god, that's a bit too close now. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's like, meh, yeah, you know, it's okay, but my skin sort of might warm up to it, and I like it a bit better, because I tend to find out with foundations, I could put it on straight away, I'm just like, ooh, that's not looking that great, and then it sort of warms up and you sort of put all your products on and it's, you know, it's getting there. So for concealer today, I'm going to use the Jouer. So this is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. So it says creaseless, soft, matte hyaluronic acid. To me, it's just none of these things. So this is in the shade Creme, and Kathleen Lights Up raved about this, and I was like, do you know what, we'll give it a go, because I hate Tarte Shape Tape. I think it's the worst concealer ever. So I was like, we'll give this a go. So yeah, I've tried it once before. I think I've tried it twice now, and I was like, meh, it's fine. Like, it's not that great, but yeah, I'm just gonna take that on the under eyes. We'll just take a little bit like that, and then we'll take a bit on the forehead. A bit down the nose. And like a little bit on the chin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it dry for a minute. I just like to do this, so I sort of feel like it just sinks into the skin a little bit. It just blends out better, it just looks better that way. And then we'll put on powder, but the powder I'm going to use is the Beauty Bakerie Flower Powder. So this is in translucent, and I've been really loving this. And the other concealer that I love it with in combination has also got hyaluronic acid in it. I think it's the, well, it's behind me because I'm going to use it for another video. It's the Revolution Conceal and Define, yeah, with hyaluronic acid. So I feel like this could be a good combo as well. Like I said, I just didn't want to use a powder, because then I feel like if I use a powder that I didn't particularly like and it goes wrong, then it could be the powder, it could be the concealer, I wouldn't know. But I'm not a fan of the Laura Mercier powder. I don't know, like it's one of those things, like I keep trying to go back to it and I'm never happy with it. But the Secret brightening powder is like really good. I used it the other day and it's like super nice. So yeah. So I'm just gonna blend this out now. So I'm gonna take the Hourglass. So this is the Seamless Concealer Brush, and I've been loving this. So I'm just gonna blend that through. So I feel like it's definitely full coverage, but yeah, I don't know if I like how it looks. Like, another good concealer that is very full coverage is the Hourglass Banish Seamless Concealer. It's like their brand new one. It is so nice. But like, my top tier concealer is the Cover FX Power Play. I love it. I think it's so beautiful on the under eyes. That's what I expected out of Tarte Shape Tape, the way everyone goes on about it. But yeah, like, it is so good. Also, a good one is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. I used to like Define, but it used to give me like little milliers under my eyes. Well, I think it was anyway, because every time I used to use it, I was like, yeah, it's like giving me little milliers. But yeah, the Hydrate one's really, really good. Sleek have one that's like, I wouldn't say it's like full, I would say it's like more medium, but that's quite nice. But yeah, like, I'm very picky with concealers. It's very rare that I have concealers that I like a lot. Get you zoomed in. So this is what my forehead looks like. I feel like it's just blended in nice. There's nothing really wrong with it. Down the nose and stuff, it looks fine. It's just really my under eyes. Like, it's just, do have quite a bit of dryness already. And I always need to take it through here because I always get like darkness here. But yeah, like, I can just see, obviously it's going to sit in the creases of my under eyes because, well, you know, I have lines there. But yeah, it's not looking the absolute best. But with the powder, hopefully it'll look nice. But I also like to use the Hourglass, what is it? It's like their Val retouching fluid. That gives like a little bit of like luminosity back to the under eyes and just hydrates it. So sometimes I use that with concealer and that just really adds to it. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's like the absolute best it is at the minute. But hopefully we can make it work with powder. So I'm going to take a brush. So this is the Crown Brush C530. And I also love it with the blender full, but I never ever use it. When I use this and the Revolution one, I never ever use a beauty blender because it literally like picks up. It's really bad. So I never ever use it with that. So yeah, I'm just going to take that powder and just put it on. And just set the T-zone as well. I feel like that powder is magic. Like, if you have a concealer that you're like not overly in love with, or you find that you get a lot of creasing, try the powder because I feel like it sort of like smooths it. It's really, really nice. That I was like a bit so-so on the powder like ages ago, and I retried it and I was like, my god, like, it's just different on the under eyes. Obviously, if it's like my under eyes, I'd say it's dry, but I wouldn't say they're like overly dry. But if you have really, really dry under eyes, I don't know if you love it. You might be better off not setting the face or the under eyes at all. So yeah, I'm liking it a bit more. Like, I feel like I'd go and pick it up now if I used that powder. So for contour, we have the Marc Jacobs. So this is the Instamark filter thing. I don't really know. It's like it's basically a contour and highlight. And this is 40 Mirage filter. And I picked this up because like this is so long ago. I actually got this from Sephora when Sephora used to ship in the UK. And I was just never in love with it. I was just like, meh, like, it looks fine, nothing amazing. Preferred the KVD one. But obviously stopped using that because, well, it's Kat Von D, but now she no longer owns it and I'm happy to use her products again. But yeah, I feel like also like another one that reminds me very much of this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Is it contouring palette? Or it looks like this and it is so beautiful and it's literally like a couple of quid compared to this, which I'm pretty sure cost me like probably £40. I need to find a brush as well. I think I'm going to use, yeah, I like this brush. So this is from Real Techniques. It's their contour brush. And basically what I've been liking is I actually like mixing the contour in with a little bit of the under eye powder. This is not good as under eye powder, just don't waste your time. So yeah, I'm just going to like sort of mix it in together and see if we just like it anymore. I think I literally bought this so long ago because Manny MUA was like, yeah, it's really good. This is when I first started watching him and I was like, alright then, I trust you. And I was just like, No. But obviously makeup's personal to everyone, so yeah. Just gonna sort of, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it on the cheeks, forehead, and do a little bit on the jaw as well. It's not as pigmented as I thought it would be. Usually when I wear it, it's just like, oh hello, maybe because we're mixing it in with a bit of the sort of setting powder, but it's looking quite nice. Just like a little hint of like contour, you know. I feel like if you're new to contouring, you might like it. Yeah, it's looking quite nice actually. I'm a little bit impressed. Okay, so I actually think I've changed my mind on that. It looks quite nice, very soft. I would use it again, but if I like run out of it, would I ever repurchase it? I don't know. Like I said, the Wet n Wild one is so good, so is the KVD one, and I just feel like this is so much more expensive. It's probably a little bit more expensive than Kat Von D because, or KVD, because Marc Jacobs like luxury, isn't it? But anyway, for bronzer, I love this bronzer, but I don't have one that I particularly don't like. So this is the Pure 4-in-1. No, it's not. I'm thinking of the foundation. This is the Bronzing Act Matte Bronzer in Light. Literally smells like chocolate. It's so good. So I'm just going to take that on a Spectrum C07 and just bronze up the face. Then for blush, I'm going to take the Essence Satin Touch Blush. I'm not in love with this, but I'm not like out of love with it. I think it's like pretty, but the pigment does wear off a bit. But yeah, it's super cheap, and yeah, like I feel like you just can't go wrong. Yeah, it's really pretty, but like I said, the wear off's just not all of that. So I'm just gonna blush up the cheeks. Oh, this is in the shade, sorry, Satin Coral, and I love like these peachy blushes. So for highlighter palettes, I have the Anastasia. So this is the Glow Kit in Ultimate Glow, and I just remembered this was never anyone's favourite highlighting palette. I tried it out a few times. I tried it wet, and it actually looks nice wet. So what I might do is I might take my setting spray and then go in with it and see how we get on. I'll tell you what, let's put it on dry first, and then we'll do like one side dry, one side wet kind of thing, because we're not going anywhere. So I'm going to take White Sand, which is this middle shade. This is so awkward. This shade right here. And I'm going to take that on a Crown Brush C529. I remember like when this came out. And bear in mind, this was my first Anastasia palette. And then I bought it because I was like, yeah, they come out with a new one. Like, it's super cute. And everyone was like, yeah, don't buy it. It's absolute garbage. I was like, why me? But the Nicole Guerrero one is stunning. The Amrezy highlighter, beautiful. The other one, I think it's like Sun Dipped, is really pretty as well. Yeah, there's just like no pigment to it. Like, it's not, it's subtle. If you like that kind of thing, then you might be into it. It's very glittery, very glittery. Which, it depends on my look. Like, if I'm going about my day-to-day life, like I'm just like going out for dinner and I'm like, right, I really want something like soft and like just glam, then I don't want glitter in highlight. But like sometimes if I'm going for like a really bold look, sometimes I enjoy a bit of glitter. But yeah, like I said, for my everyday routine, I don't love it. But I'm going to take a bit of Snow in the palette, which was that white shade as well, just sort of hit up the tops. So now we're going to try it out with a setting spray. So this is the Revolution makeup. So this is the Glow Revolution Prime Set and Glow. It's basically like the Prep Set Glow spray from Iconic London. And when I tried this out, I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. And then I tried it out the other day, and literally I had glitter all down my top and all over my face. And I was like, oh dear God, Lord, it was there. So I feel like maybe I didn't shake it well enough or something. So I want to give it another go today. So I'm really going to give it a good shake, because obviously everything just sits at the bottom. I feel like the issue I have with this is that white gold highlight, which I don't particularly love. So I'm just going to sort of spray this at a distance, further than I probably would. And the nozzle stuck. Great. Oh, maybe we won't be using this today. no, okay, right, the spray's broken on it, so yeah, I don't recommend this. I know it's like the iconic one's a bit more expensive, but it's super beautiful and it's not chunky glitter. Yeah, like I said, literally I can't physically push it down, like it's just not coming out. So yeah, I don't recommend this. I'm just gonna whack on a bit of the I'll tell you what I do love though, actually. We'll whack on a bit of this. This is the Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. Super beautiful. It's not a scent spray, but it just adds like this bit of like dewiness to it. So I'm just going to spray this on. Ooh. Then we're going to go in with the highlighter while it's still wet. So I'm going into White Sand again.
What is it?
Makeup from Hourglass. So it's definitely more intense when it's wet. That's generally the whole thing of a highlighter usually. If they're quite mild, then they will come out better wet, but obviously some people might like a more toned down highlighter. Like the Melt Cosmetics one is so beautiful, but it's like really sort of like this sheeny low sort of highlighter, whereas like Oprah's like beaming, but it's still, I wouldn't say it's as glittery as this side, but I'd say it's still definitely glittery. I don't know if I particularly reach for it much. I'm just gonna highlight my nose because we're here, might as well add. So I'm just gonna take that on the Spectrum A12 and I'm just gonna take Snow and just run that on the nose. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So for eyes, I like how like this looks, like no lower lash line. I feel like it's just like this, don't know, it's just beautiful. But I am going to highlight the inner corner, so I'm just going to sort of just clean off the Spectrum A12 and I'm going to take that shade that we took for the brow bone and just pop that on the inner corner. And I feel like that's good for eyes. Just finish it up with some lower lash mascara, but you're literally going to see none of this. You're going to see the top of my head. So for lips, I'm going to take the Dose of Colours. So this is the Satin Lipstick. So this is with Desi and Katy. So this is in Hey Girl, and I love this product. So I'm just going to apply this on top before you go ahead and add something else that I don't particularly like on top. So this is Dose of Colour lip gloss, and this is with also Desi and Katy, and this is over the top. And the issue I had with this is that you can literally feel the glitter on your lips. Like, it was so fine, and it's just, I don't know if I love it, and I don't think I've used it since, I don't know if I've done a review on it, because the palette is gorgeous, like so stunning, and obviously the lipstick I love as well. And I was just like, this just doesn't feel right to me on the lips, but I'm going to give it another go today. Like, when you rub your lips together, you can just feel it. Obviously you're not going to be like rubbing your lips so much so that it's noticeable, but just because I know it's there, it annoys me, you know. Like, I'm just like, why is it, and it's almost like I can feel it slightly, like almost like I've got a lip scrub on that I haven't wiped away properly, which is such a shame because it is a beautiful gloss. The other Dose of Colour glosses that I like, just like coloured, stunning, like honestly so beautiful. Like On Repeat is probably like one of my top favourites, but yeah, like this is just honestly just feels like a lip scrub, and I feel like you can just get glitter gloss, it just doesn't feel like that so much better. Okay, so this is the end of the video. So like I said, I'm going to do a check-in. So the check-in time is now 20 to 1, and we'll do a check-in later on. I'm literally going to do an online quiz later, so it'll probably be after that, so probably like 10ish maybe, just to see how we think of everything. I will probably use the contour again. I really like that. Blush is super pretty, we'll see how it wears. Obviously this is just a no-go, it's not spraying out, so I'm just gonna either put it in another bottle and try it out, but I feel like it's just not worth my time to do that. Concealer's looking quite nice at the minute. Like I said, everything's just, we'll see what it's like later on. The eyeshadow is just what I'm most really just waiting for the most, really, to see how it wears. I mean, at the minute, it still looks really, really beautiful. Nothing wrong with it. So, yeah. I'll see you in a little bit. So, it's 7 o'clock. And can you see what I mean? Like, how it just looks oily. Obviously pulled the lashes off as well. Yeah, like, can you see, like, it looks like it's all separated here. And I just, I want it to work so bad. I really do. Like, if it's gonna do that, I just don't know. Like, if there's anything you can recommend for oily eyelids, tell me. You're getting the full view of the chin here as well. And I hate the foundation. I think it looks disgusting. It's picking up, like, if you've got really dry skin, you're gonna hate it. I can just sense it. It's like I ain't even got that much texture. Well, I've got a lot. Oh, that's also our face. Yeah, I got a lot. Got texture on my skin, but not this freaking much. It literally looks like I've got it all over my skin. The blush, so worn off a little bit. I won't say awful lot. The highlighter palette, it's fine, but it's probably one of those things that I'll never even use again. Contour, I think I might use again. Gloss, just it annoys me that it's so gritty. Concealer, maybe we'll give it another whirl with something different, like, because I just don't like this foundation with it. But yeah, I think I'm glad that I gave everything, not more tomato sauce on my face, a second chance. But the eyeshadow palette, help me. So yeah, you're getting, this is up my bed. I have 5 sauce bedding on, and I have no shame. It literally cost me £5. I was chuffed. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Oh god, you're getting all the worst angles of me right now. It's great. Bing.